Hi, I'm Mindy Marks with Results Property Group, and today I want to discuss a topic that affects both buyers and sellers, and that's repairs. So on the contract, there's two boxes that we can check where it says buyer accepts property as is, or buyer accepts property as is provided the seller at the seller's expense performs these specific repairs or treatments. So typically we mark the box buyer buys the property as is. That box gets amended whenever we have your inspections and if there are any repairs or treatments that we need to ask for at that time. So the reason we'd mark the other box is if we pulled up to the property and there was a broken window or a hole in the roof or something major that we could see that would affect the insurability of the home and that we would know would need to be repaired before closing so that you could get the insurance on the house that you needed. So let's say you don't need any repairs up front, and I go back to my office, I mark that box. So during your option period, which I'm going to delve further into that next week, you're going to call an inspector. I'll provide you with a list of inspectors. You can ask friends, you can Google, find one that you are the most comfortable with. The inspector will go out and do the repairs, and there's some major things that we want to look for. First, we need to make sure the roof is in good shape and that it's insurable. Second, we want to look at the HVAC system and make sure that it is working properly. And the inspector is going to check that and get a temperature differential on it and make sure that that's all good. If not, then a good idea is to ask the seller to have the HVAC system serviced and repaired as needed. Other things are the foundation. Of course, that's a big one. That's probably number one. We want to make sure that it's performing. And you also want to check all the appliances, and it's very important to go meet with the inspector because they are great at explaining to you things about the house. Where's the shut-off valve? And it's just as important to get a brand new home inspected as it is to get a pre-owned home inspected. So don't skip that step. You might be thinking that you'll save $300 to $500. That is money very, very well spent. Inspectors are worth their money. If they do find something wrong with the HVAC system, obviously you want that further investigated. If there's some foundation issues, we can always call in a structural engineer and have that further investigated. You can also get a roofer out to make sure that the roof is in good shape if the inspector has any concerns. So there's lots of things that we can do. So then I will write a repair amendment, and that will go to the seller. The seller looks it over and they have some choices. The first choice is they can just say, hey, I'm not doing any repairs. I'm selling this house as is. Second choice is they can do all of the repairs. Third choice is they can do some of the repairs. Fourth choice is they could offer money in lieu of repairs, or they can offer to do some of the repairs and money in lieu of repairs, a combination. So if it's a lot of little simple things that you can easily fix yourself, it's a good idea just to ask for some money towards your closing costs in lieu of repairs because, you know, if it's caulk around the bathtub, that's easy for someone to go in and fix. So you don't want to ask for too much, but you do want to get a nice home that is left to you in good hands, which will also make sure you get a home warranty, and that provides protection for both the buyer and the seller. We're going to dig deeper into that in another week as well. So anyway, I just wanted to let you know that if you have concerns, if your agent checks buyer accepts house as is, that can be amended. You won't have to have your inspector out, find that there's all these things wrong with the house and not have them repaired. This is all done during the option period, and then if there are more things that need to be looked at, the option can always be extended. I hope you have a great weekend. I appreciate you watching the videos. If you have any questions, please call me 214-797-5801. Thanks and have a great weekend.